That's my quarterback's move, y'all.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all. I know everybody that's coming in over here is expecting to see Destiny. Well, she is under the weather, and we're gonna have to reschedule with her. Hopefully, we can do it real soon. The next Sunday, we already have somebody booked, so maybe sometime in December we'll be able to rebook Destiny for over here. I really hope you get better, Destiny, and we're sending healing vibes and love, and you
You know
know,
what though? In the spirit of us having Destiny on, who is in Love and Marriage Huntsville, since we can't have her on, you know what I'm thinking? We should do some entertainment because it has been a long week. It has been a
girl,
long week. And then we
girl,
will end it with stocks because I got a new stock for you. I'm about to
baby,
risk it all on it.
baby, I did something that I ain't never did this week.
You what stock wise?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's save it. Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's save it for
Okay.
when we do our stock roundup at the end. All right.
Okay.
So I unfortunately was not here for the entertainment that you did last week, but look at the gods blessing us with all this juicy entertainment this week. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
this juicy entertainment this week. So for me, I don't know. You want to start off or should I start off or like it's so much.
Um,
It's so much.
it's like, I have my notes prepared for something else. So wait a minute, let me get my page.
Well, bring it.
Um,
Well, while you do that, the one that I think that I'm kind of interested in. So this one kind of gives all of the 40-year-olds like myself a little bit of hope, but been there, done that, don't want it no more. But did you hear about Kim Kardashian West?
that she was dating somebody.
Yes, and she is dating Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live.
What? I didn't know that's who it was. I
That is who
really
she is rumored to be dating. 28-year-old Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live. That's who she's rumored to be dating. You know, she has her new night clothes coming out and everything. And they were
mm,
seen in a couple pictures with Flavor Flav, and then also they were seen like going a couple places together. So yeah, it's supposed to be like
for
uh
real, for
uh
real.
yeah. She is 41 and he is 28, but they are together.
What you think
So
about
part of me
her?
is kind of like she like him a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't know.
mean,
I don't know what to say about that, child.
yeah, I mean, I think she likes him a
Have they
little
given
bit unique.
Kanye's reaction to the news?
You know what? Nothing has been said as far as I have seen or whatever about Kanye's reaction. But the only thing that I have seen is that on their date or on their like walking around and holding hands together, she was spotted wearing a pair of Yeezys.
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
child.
Let me sip my tea. Psych, no, it's tequila.
Child, let me go back and see what else happened this whole week. Well, the big thing that had Twitter going this
What?
week was the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. It had how to get away with murder trending over on Twitter,
Indeed.
and
You
people was not having it. You hear what I'm saying?
oh,
And this is the one that I really was feeling. I was
read
like, that boy hasn't learned nothing.
it.
And somebody wrote my feelings on Twitter.
He hasn't learned anything. What has he learned? He's learned how to get away with murder. Mark my words, you will see him again. You will see him again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, you know when
Mm-hmm.
I knew You know, when I knew that he was probably going to be found not guilty was when I saw the meme. There was I'm not a meme, a picture of him standing behind the judge, and the words said, I've never seen a man on trial for murder stand behind a judge with no cuffs on.
Mm-hmm.
People
That
just
was
running loose.
and giving them water and all kind of mess I ain't never seen before, honey. I'm like, is the judge his granddaddy,
I
uncle?
know.
Like,
They should have moved
that's
that
what the
one out of
judge
state.
like.
They looked alike in
So,
the pictures. But you know, for me, that was another thing they had said, that what they say. So, you know, we live in a country where somebody can decide to be a vigilante, cross state lines with guns, murder people, claim self defense, and get off, right? But then we live
mm-hmm,
in the same country where you can't jog down the street without getting shot and killed because somebody want to claim you're trying to break in their house.
exactly.
Child,
Exactly. So
child.
that was the big thing. Like, when I already knew it was gonna happen, because I felt like even if the jury found him guilty, the judge was gonna throw it out and give him a new trial.
I can't deal with it. It's, you know, it's really sad that we're living in a country where Saturday Night Live actually did a skit on it, where, you know, the one reporter who was a white female, this is in the skit, and then the
Mm,
black reporter who was you know, he was black male, and she's like, I can't believe this happened, and he goes, really? I can't. Because I mean,
mm,
come on, did we all not think it was going to happen? We don't want it to happen. Didn't you think you were like, It's almost impossible that somebody who's on video killing people, who crossed state lines, he went to the protest, it didn't come to him. Okay. It's almost
mhm.
impossible that he's going to be found innocent. But you know what? Mm, mm,
It's
it,
crazy, girl.
there's no word.
17 wasn't even old enough to buy a gun, child.
Right. His
And
mama bought him
got
them
off.
guns.
Got off. Oh
Well,
well.
we're going to get off that topic because it's over for me. You know what? We're going to see him again, and I look forward to, you know, reporting it then or whatever, because we definitely need to discuss it. But, no. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, let me see what else have I posted this week. Child, did you see the verses?
I did not. I missed it. Tell me about it. Who was even on it?
Stephanie Mills and Shaka Khan.
Ooh, okay. Stephanie Mills for me. It's Stephanie Mills for me.
Girl,
What? What happened?
Miss
Was it
Miss
good?
Khan was on some of that good.
Oh no.
On my post, I took the high road because I feel like these ladies do deserve their flowers because they had put out some good music in the day. But
Well, it's
Shaka was up,
2021
not in
today.
the clouds. Shaka was up in space.
Oh no. You know, I ain't judging nobody though, because when I hit Shaka's age, look, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm gonna be gone. Gone, you hear me? You ain't gonna be tell me nothing.
She
So I don't
she
know.
had she had the mic like this all night, and they would play a song, and she would say a few words, and tell me something good.
Like that though.
Tell me that's like love. I was
Mm.
like, I was still jamming though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, because they got it in
Stephanie,
the background, but it wasn't no. She wasn't giving you no performance.
at all, at all.
So, so are you
Um,
telling me then? So it wasn't a versus; it was a TKO. That's what I'm hearing.
well, I will say Tiffany was a good. I mean, Tiffany.
Stephanie, now.
Stephanie Mills was a good sport.
Opponent.
She sung the songs. You know it.
Mhm.
all the songs, even Shaka songs. So she was singing along, but Shaka, they were calling her Soraka.
I
I said,
bet.
y'all wrong for that.
Well, she
Cause
lit though.
Ciroc sponsors the thing. And everybody talking about
Oh,
she was
yeah.
drunk. I said, no, that ain't drunk. I've been drunk
I'm about to
once,
say.
and that won't drunk.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Stephanie
Look at you.
Mills was dropping it, popping it, dancing all night and singing. So
Hitting that TKO. Mm, mm, mm.
I was like, go step, go step, go step, go step. She was jamming
Mm.
all night. I love to go
Oh
to
my
somebody's
goodness.
concert and they jamming like that, baby.
Is there
So
a way
what
to
else?
go back and see the verses? Because I definitely missed it. You
Yeah,
know, they probably got some clips on Instagram.
yeah. You could go back and watch it. Go to Triller, however you say it. And the replay will be up there.
Is it A or O? Trilla, Trilla.
TRILER.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go there. Because I just want to see
Y-
what's it.
Um, young Dolph
Oh yeah.
um, was shot and killed in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And there is still a lot of stuff going on in Memphis as of today
What you mean?
with retaliations and things like that. So this
Well,
is ongoing, like, so.
I know a young Dolph, so you know his girlfriend of many years, it was such a coincidence, or maybe not a coincidence, but so eerie, right? That she actually was kind of like doing a campaign to support the fact that she
Right.
wanted black men to be able to live. You know what I mean? Not like, you know how we have like Black Lives Matter, but it was like black men should be able to live to, have a
Yeah,
certain.
deserve to get old, and I
Yeah,
had the
they
whole.
deserve to get old.
But and it's like he's had several attempts on his life, and I think he knew that he wasn't going to live a long time because he's had about probably 5 or 6 attempts on his life.
Mhm.
So
You know
they don't.
what? This is kind of what I want to talk about, a couple of things, because I had mentioned this on my own personal page, and then there's another thing that I wanted to talk about. So one of the things that I wanted to speak about was, first of all, rest in peace, young Dolph. I, and that's all I can say to that. Rest in peace. Like, nobody deserves to die young.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the things that were said afterwards, like he went to a place that he normally went to, that he had shown before, of him getting cookies at this specific place.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like a couple of things, and I want to know your thoughts on this. But as somebody, there used to be talk, like when we were younger, people would be like, oh, you selling out if you made money and you moved out the hood. You move
Mm-hmm.
out the hood so you're not a target.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you move out the hood, because everybody does know you, and they do know you making this money, and they know where you go, and they know where
Mm-hmm.
to find you. Because,
Mm-hmm.
not to make this about others, but like Nipsey Hussle,
Mm-hmm.
trying to protect and grow his hood and everything, and then look what they did. I'm not saying everybody did it. I'm not saying
He
that
was
because,
down there actually to give out turkeys and hams.
yeah,
You know, he lived in Atlanta, but he
right,
was there in his hometown giving out turkeys and
right.
hams. And
But if you know somebody's schedule, you get what I'm saying? If you know, so say
right,
for example, it's online that he's going to go back to his city and give out turkeys and hams. If this cookie
a
place is the
lot of
place he goes
people,
to, you get what I'm saying?
yeah, a lot of people was low key blaming the girl,
The cookie
the woman that
place.
owned the cookie
Yeah.
spot
For
because
posting it.
was the one that posted, where he
Mhm.
be dropping by every other day and stuff like that when he in Memphis. So that was laying in wait for him at the
That's
cookie
what I
spot.
think. When I
But
saw the old video of her posting that he comes there all the time for the cookies, like, oh, here's the video. Yeah, you knew when he went there, he was going to come get some cookies.
mhm.
That's one of
So
the places he stopped.
they were laying in wait for him. I feel like
Did you hear?
whenever you make it and come back to your spot, you need to move different and
Mm-hmm.
have adequate security.
And your security need to go get your cookie,
Mhm.
or your assistant need to go get your cookie. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But so word on the street, then, immediately after he was shot, they had sent officers to Gucci Man's house because they had a beef. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
yeah. So they sent it to Gucci Man's house, and then there was a whole thing about maybe Soldier Boy or something. Then they sent it to the grandma's house. Like, it was a whole thing because they weren't sure as to what's going on. But they recently released footage of the shooters. So more to come, I guess.
It's so sad that, we could holler Black Lives Matter all the time, but we don't matter to each other.
So my thing is this. That whole thought pattern, like, I'm not, I guess, how do I say this? First of all, if we're really going back into it, right, we were trained and taught from generations ago to hate each other within our own,
Mm,
race and everything, right? Colorism, things like that, right?
mhm,
We were taught that early. There's no other race that was taught that the way that we were taught that. It was not
mhm.
ingrained in any other race. So we really can't put full blame on ourselves. I think there's points now that, this generation, so many generations later, we're realizing we're trying to make changes, but that takes time, right?
Right.
Um, However, we have to remember when, with words like that, like, white people kill each other too. They don't hate each other.
Right. I don't want to fall and think y'all of I'm falling into that social construct of black on black crime, because that's what it is. More
Mhm.
white people kill more white people also. But what I'm saying is that we be killing each other over blocks. That's not ours. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
I
Like,
1,000% agree with that one because that one blow my mind. You on this street, you on this street. We both really in the projects.
mhm. So
So
that's more what I'm talking about. The black on black is a social construct because you kill the people that you're around. So more Hispanics kill more Hispanics, more whites kill more whites. That part is a social construct, but
mhm.
the fact that I do feel like it's a lot of self-hate, jealousy, and
Within our
just killing each other over dumb stuff, something you don't own, something you ain't never possessed, nothing, but you gonna
agreed.
kill somebody because they came on the street you on. I just I don't understand that. I don't at all.
Agreed. I think that as time goes on, we will, and the fact that we are now in a place to where we as black people are acknowledging it, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think, like, it should only be up from here. We're getting better. We're not perfect. We're getting better though.
We shouldn't only be willing to come together whenever that we feel like another race did us wrong.
Oh, that's
We
true though. No, yeah, that's definitely
we
true.
should be able to come together, just like we're attempting to do over here on this page, and
Mhm.
network and get together and stop with all this jealousy and crazy stuff that's been going on. You
The
know.
thing is, I feel like, touching on that though, I feel like that's another thing that was like ingrained in us early from
Mhm,
generations ago, which was like we inherently don't help each other. We don't even help each other within our own families at times. You know what I'm saying? And then
mhm,
there are those in the family, some that feel like they are entitled to the help. You get what I'm saying? So I think,
mhm,
I mean, it all just really depends on the situation, is what I would think. I think it just depends on the situation, right?
mhm.
So, but my last thing though about Young Dolph that I wanted to mention, because it's something that I discussed. So, Young Dolph's girlfriend, right? Of
Mhm.
which they have started switching it up and they have started calling her his wife in the media. But before
I hope
this,
he had his stuff together.
There was a tape that came out that said that he made sure his children were taken care of.
That's
He made,
good.
yeah. But so his young Dolph's girlfriend Mia, which was, depending on who you're talking to, but it's the girlfriend. But then all of a sudden, randomly, sometimes it's the wife. So my thing is, they have been together for 10 years, reportedly not married, right? I
Hmm.
had thought, like, how sad is it to have somebody, that you've lost or whatever, and then 10 years later you're still not the wife. I feel like that happens a lot more in the Black community than it does in any other community. And if I'm wrong, somebody give me the statistics. But from what I've seen and what the people that I know, I feel like a Black woman, right, is supposed to be the rider and stick around forever.
Hmm.
And, but yet you're not entitled to wear the crown. You know what I mean? You're not entitled to wear the crown, but, that's
I
my girlfriend.
understand what you're saying, and
I
I,
can't
I,
stand it.
I feel like, especially when you're in a relationship, there already been attempts on his life. So don't you want to make sure that she's straight and gonna be able to live the same way she's living with you being alive. You know what I get? I mean, um, I don't know. It's just a sad situation. I just wish that there will be a change where our people would stop doing some of the things that they do. It really bothers me
Hmm.
a lot when I think about it. I be talking to my husband. I be in tears sometimes because my small city where I live,
Hmm.
the murder rate is skyrocket, and it's mostly young Black males killing young Black males in my city. And our police force is down about a third. Because
Mm.
some people are quitting because they don't want to take the COVID vaccine. Other people feel like they're being too scrutinized. But like I said at last town meeting, and they cut me off live, and I didn't care. Y'all wouldn't feel so scrutinized if y'all were following the rules from the get go. You feeling scrutinized now because you got to follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do. And they hurry up and cut me off live, and I didn't care because that's the problem. Y'all got away with so much stuff for years that now that they're making sure the government's coming in and checking y'all police force and stuff like that. Now
Mhm.
y'all mad and want to quit and retire.
You
So
know, I agree.
I don't know. I try to do outreach and stuff like that um with the young people, but I it's like it's only so much one person can do. So
Agree. I think everybody has to do their part. You know what I mean? Like, but as we get older, I think the key also to remember is that we were young once too, and we thought a certain way too. You know what I mean? Um, and everybody is not willing to listen or change, but the ones that you can are the ones that you can, and you work with that, and you move on. But
mhm,
you know, a willingness to help is all that's really necessary. That's just my opinion. But
right.
as far as these rappers are concerned, every every 6 months or so, another rapper is dying. Like, it's crazy. At least every 6 months, another rapper is dying. And this young Dolph. I don't know about you, but I was like, this is all way out of my generation. All way out of my generation.
My daughter had used one of his songs one time.
Hmm.
She was doing her little pole video. That's the only
Hmm.
reason why I knew who it was, but I had never listened like to his other music or whatever. But it's just sad. Young man lost his life pretty much over nothing, really. They ain't rob him,
I know, they just killed him. It's
so
so
it's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
well.
Um,
I think that if you really think about it, though, it's sad to say sometimes these situations happen so that it could get people talking and get people, to think about the bigger picture. because there are things that need to be done in the community for us to really start coming together. And it shouldn't be just because a rapper died. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, instead of having the beef or whatever, and showing people that you have issues with this one and that one or whatever, how many times do we show each other that, like, how many times do these rappers and things show us that they actually come together?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Show me that you come together, not just because you were raised on the same block.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
I
know.
agree. I agree. I agree. Like you said, we've really kind of been always like it was this movie, I can't think of the movie's name, but it's always been this secret plan to make black people like split us up.
Hmm.
Because back whenever we were coming from Africa and stuff, we had our own hairstyles, we had our own language and all this stuff like that. And the purposely made them say you can't speak your language, you can't wear your hair color, you can't do anything you used to do in Africa anymore. To strip their identity. And I felt like 2020 was I was hoping it was gonna be like an awakening for us, but it
Hmm.
seems like we're falling back into the same old things. I was hoping
Oh, of course.
2020 was gonna bring forward like change. And now I will say this: the young people that's out here doing right,
Hmm.
because there are young people out here doing right, they don't care like about what race you are and all this stuff like that. Because one thing I can say, in my small city, I was surprised to see tons and tons of Hispanics, white kids,
Hmm.
black kids all out marching last year for 2020. And it was really very good to see. It gave me a little hope that, the future gonna be different.
We in a new
So
year now. People, they do something and then they forget about it. They think things are over just because it's not in their face. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
I hope that they keep those things going. But, like in reference to some of the things you were saying about Black history, and the way, when we got off the ships and things like that, I think sometimes people don't realize that it didn't just stop there. Like, it was the course of the time that we've been here, even to date, like as far back as the 80s, where things were still happening to make sure that they segregated us, with
Mhm.
not segregated us, but to,
You know,
divide the line.
real slave, house slave. You can come in here if you can pass the paper bag test.
Hmm.
Like if you could pass the test of this, you could go in somewhere. Like it's always been a way to make us feel separate in
Yeah.
each other.
I think with, like, so for me, I mean, I know, like, within the, what was it, things I know, of course, that people have told me, and things that I knew of it, like in the 70s and the 80s, and how, like, it was the attempts for us to buy property and land and things like that, and then just because you bought property, land, and had businesses, then you were killed because of those things. You know what I mean? And then
After after
them taking.
go
Hmm?
ahead.
And then we had schools set up for our people to be able to learn trades and,
Mm,
a skill. And then they took that away and said that
mm,
that wasn't happening anymore. And so now we were in schools that didn't allow us to have a trade, but then we also didn't have the money the way others had the money. And so now we were just graduating, and then to what, right? And so the
mm,
only thing that you felt you could do, and then that was in entering into the 80s, because in the 70s, where they took those trades away, was sell drugs, and then they were giving us plenty of that. And
mhm.
then they're locking us up for, selling drugs, and no matter what it is. It's amazing that in the 80s there are people legit that are still in jail for selling little dime bags of weed and stuff like that. But then now, when some people decided that they could make money off of weed, well, now
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
legal. And those
Mm-hmm.
same people who were arrested still not out.
Mm-hmm.
But we can get into that. That's a,
You know,
I, I'm a
back
Black history buff,
back
baby.
during Reconstruction, after the Civil War, Black people own 25% of the land in America,
Hmm.
and especially Black people in the South was doing very, very good. A lot of it was a mass migration to the North where people wanted more industrial jobs, and they were able to do those jobs because they were the only one used to working. Down here in North Carolina, it was like people would go out and they would work buying their own land, working the land because they knew how to do it because they were doing it already.
Hmm.
Once people saw that Black people were starting to live a little bit too good. Like we had plenty of people in the House of Representatives and Congress, Black people, and it was a stop and look and be like, oh, wait a minute, we're feeling like the minority in this. They getting too
Hmm.
much stuff. So now we got to get in here and break this up. So yeah, honey, it's a lot of history you could get into, and I feel like whenever I started researching history really deeply, it
Hmm.
was like I just felt so lied to in school.
Oh my goodness, yes. Because they don't
Like
teach, baby, they
they
don't
should
teach us
throw
about
out
that.
those books.
They don't teach us about that. But that's like, they're steadily trying to get rid of the new movement to teach us. What is that called again? What is it called? Is it 1776 something? You know what
I
I'm talking
don't know.
about?
I don't
It's
know,
some
but
sort of thing that they're talking about teaching in school. And it's one of the things that Trump was totally against. He was like, you will not rewrite history. And people were like, it's
oh,
not rewrite history. We're talking about history. We're just
um,
not excluding the part that happened to Black people anymore. But you know
it's
what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I can't even think of the name of, but they want to
Neither
throw
can I.
all those programs out. As a matter of fact, the city schools here in my city, like the high school for the city, is about 4 blocks down. And the city schools have kind of turned into the Black schools
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
they send the worst teachers and the ones that don't care, the ones that just got out of school, to the city schools here in my area. And the principal had them doing that. The new teachers that would come on, they had
Hmm.
to do that program. And do you know they ran that man out of his job? Even
I believe
though
it.
none of their children didn't go to that school.
I
They ran
believe it because they
his
just
job.
don't want anybody to know,
There
girl.
you go.
They're like,
Critical race theory. That's what it
critical
is.
race theory, yes. For
Mhm.
all those, look, I would have loved to learn that in school. I would have loved to. It wasn't until like 11th grade that I found out there was a Black history class. I was like,
Mhm.
what? Like, that's not on the syllabus. They didn't let me
Mhm.
pick that. Like, I would have picked that. Girl, I took that class so fast. I was so, and having a Black teacher, and she was everything. You hear me? Like, it was
Mhm.
wonderful. And then after that, I mean, like, my kids could tell you Black History Month is our month, baby. I mean, because people, but then, people want to always be so negative. Like, well,
Mhm.
why don't you celebrate it all year, baby? I do celebrate Black history all year. Every time I wake up and I look at me, trust me, I celebrate Black history every day. Every day I look at this natural hair and I sell these natural products, baby. I celebrate Black history. Every time I look at my two young Black men, I celebrate, okay, Black history. But February, just like a birthday, that's
You
my
going
month.
the prop queen. Go ahead.
That's my month, February, okay? That's I used to give my children little assignments. I'd be like, tell me who the first Black judge is. Tell me who the first Black person who invented anything was. Like my kids would get history lessons. We watch Black history stuff all month. Baby, that's my Christmas. I love Black history. I be all over it, all over it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, because I used to tell them the schools ain't teaching you, that's for sure. So mama gonna do what she needs to do, and you gonna learn a little bit. So, but anywho, on to the next. Okay, so entertainment, right? So, Queen, Guess who has a new movie coming out? Kevin Hart.
About what?
Oh, it's actually about a comedian. Okay, so it's about a comedian, and actually, you know who's in it? Wesley Snipes.
Really?
Yes, but he's showing his age. Anywho, but Wesley is in it and plays his older brother. But in this movie, he is actually a comedian, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, he is a comedian. And he was actually on one of the shows that I like. Stephen Colbert was the show that he was on, and yeah, he was on the movie. Steve, I'm sorry, he was on Stephen Colbert show or whatever the other night where he was talking about his movie. But yeah, something to do with a comedian. I believe something to do with him being a comedian. But that's all that I know because he was a little tipsy on that show, so he didn't really say
You know,
much. But,
King
but I
Richard
do
came.
know it's called True Story. I believe it comes out on the 24th.
Okay, because me and the hubby was supposed to watch King Richard this weekend, but I was busy drywalling yesterday. So we need to watch that for our date night. Venus and Serena father and his story
That's
came
another one.
Friday.
That's another one. King Richard, yeah, with the story of how, he made the two Michael Jordans,
Mm-hmm.
Venus and Serena. So that's another movie that's out and a must watch, right? So, and Will Smith is playing their father.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
just know
heard
it's gonna
it's
be a good
really good.
movie when
So
Will Smith is.
I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it and then watch it with him and I be giving it all away. I'm one of them people. Like
Oh, what
watch
you mean?
this.
What you mean?
Huh?
What you mean giving what all the way?
I get the whole plot and everything away. That's why
Oh,
I hate talking about stuff. I was like, girl, such and such and
Lord.
such, such and such and such. I give away the whole movie.
Well,
Any good movies coming out?
not that I know of, but speaking of movies, though, did you hear about who was it? Did you hear about that shooting on that movie set?
Yes, Alec Baldwin shot that girl. But they said that they had a whole lot of firearms violations on that set, where they were putting real bullets and prop guns and out there target shooting and stuff like that. So whoever the guy was that was in charge of that should be charged and not Alec Baldwin.
Will he though? Will he though? We will see. But yeah, I don't think it's an Alec Baldwin thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What was the other thing that we needed to talk about? Oh, now this one is a big one. This was all over TikTok. This was all over Twitter. This was everywhere. And it is who hold on. Mm-mm-mm. Travis Scott. And what is it? What's the world called? What's that place
Astro
called?
World
Yes,
was it?
Astro World. I feel like I don't watch all the clips and all the videos that I can find about that thing. But you know what? At the end of the day, they were talking about charging him or not charging him, but there's already a suit against him,
It's the
Drake.
promoter's fault.
You agreed. That's what I think. I don't think it's just because Travis Scott has the money, sweetie. That doesn't make it his fault. People are like, well, there was something put out that there was an issue, and he was still performing. He is performing. Music is going. You think he is just focused on trying to
Like
do his job?
Beyonce was still singing. Her hair was stuck in the whole thing.
Don't
And
you
she
don't you
was
finish that sentence? Don't you finish that sentence to get us in trouble with the Beehive?
to
We don't have no problem with Beyonce over here. We will not compare it to Astro World.
the left, to the
This whole conversation is going to go left. Here
left.
now, Beehive, we don't want no smoke.
I ain't know you were part of the beehive like
I'm
that.
not trying to no Beehive. I just don't want to be
Oh,
stung.
okay. I'm
I ain't
allergic to
trying no.
bees.
I'm allergic to bees.
But yeah, we don't want no smoke, y'all. We don't want no smoke.
Well,
But
when I was smoke over here, like
girl,
keep that on over there.
she fell down a flight of stairs one time. When she was singing "Ring the Alarm," and she got up and was head banging. I said she tried to knock them screws back together that were not loose when she fell down them stairs. It was funny,
Crazy.
but
Listen,
um,
you know who was another? So hold on. Okay, so the Astro World thing, right? So the Astro World thing, I think they had confirmed at the time, what was it, like at least 8 deaths or something of that nature. I believe it may have jumped up. There was a lady who was hanging on, and then she had passed a little some time
and
later or
then
whatever.
little boy
Um,
died that was on the ventilator.
yeah, but overall, if you're not really familiar with the issue, so it was really an issue of if you look at the videos, it was an issue of it's not like there wasn't enough space. There was more than enough space. I don't really know what would you say the issue is, because I'm thinking about like who could have
Well,
controlled that situation. How? The only thing you could have done
I
is
think
make
what
them
the
have
problem
seats.
is
And
with Travis is that he do encourage people to be kind of rowdy. I'll just put
but
it that
that
way.
is that.
His
Okay, so
concert,
then let's talk about that then. Okay, so with that said, some of the reasons that people died is because they were like getting smushed, and so because they were getting smushed so much, they were passing out and going unconscious, and then some people were falling down and then getting stepped on and stuff like that. Now you
mhm.
said that he encourages people to be rowdy, but let's go back to, and I'm not picking on any type of genre, but let's go to like a Metallica concert or a Woodstock or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? How is his any different than them?
It's not.
It's not. So how can you control if you have a huge, huge place? And if you look at the footage, there was plenty of room. They didn't have to smush together, but they all chose to smush together to go to the front. How do you control thousands upon thousands of people who have decided to smush to the front? Now, even when they were having ambulances come in, people were actually getting on top of the ambulances and like
Mhm.
dancing on them and preventing them from being able to get through.
Mhm.
That to me is a security thing. But how many security do you hire to get thousands and thousands of people to realize, guess what? You have a mile's worth of space behind you. Back up. There are screens everywhere. You'll still be able to see him.
I mean, somebody was just saying there wasn't enough trained security and security higher. Travis told people to rage allegedly. But
But how many? It's thousands of people. Like again, there's more space. So how many security? You say so? Okay, so if there's not enough trained security, though, how many should there have been? 300 security? Like, should they have went individually in the crowd and been like, everybody, you're 10 rows deep at this point. Should I have security for what, every 10 rows or something? How does that work? To me, it's like
his concerts are famous for, very wild mosh pits and things like that. And
like
that's really
a heavy metalish type thing.
right. So it's like I just cannot sit here with my conscience and blame this bull for all of that. You
Either.
know, ultimately, whenever you go to one of his concerts, you
At what
realize that
point
people
does
are
common
going to
sense
be
prevail?
right. People are gonna be rowdy.
Yeah, at what point does common sense prevail? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? At what point? Like,
I'm so
I know
sorry
I'm
that people
pushing you.
lost their lives, but I mean to sit there and try to blame this boy, you
Yeah, I don't
know,
agree with that.
for all the help for everything. I think now he should make sure the families, I think that's it. He paid for funerals, stuff like that. I think that's
I
something
think that's good.
he
Yeah,
should
but
do.
I don't think he should be sued for $700 million because
Right.
somebody made a conscious decision to continue to. In some situations, some people could not move, they could not get out, they could not go. But at the point that if I'm standing there, like the people who are videoing, like is there's laws in certain states, by the way, for if you see something and you record it and you don't do anything about it. So how about if you're recording something and you're seeing multiple people around you pass out, why are you still there? You know what I mean? I'm just, why are you still there? Why have you not left? It was so bad that you stayed and recorded and didn't leave.
Yeah, it's one of those sad situations. Whereas I really don't feel like it should have been that many people together anyway, because we're still in a pandemic.
I agree with that. And that's what I was thinking more than anything. Like,
Right.
it shouldn't have been any of that. But they showed the video, and I don't know if you saw it, but they showed the video when they first opened up to like get tickets or whatever in that area where they had made the steel gate lines or whatever, steel gate barriers as lines. People were hurdling those things. Did you see that video?
Mhm.
They were hurdling those things like, and people were like, the tickets are gonna be here, the shirts are gonna be here, like get in the line. No, they were like boom, 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 knocking each other over. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, girl. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like he should bear some responsibility, but I just don't think that everybody, trying to cancel this boy because of this is, I think it's a little much, but I got a
Agreed.
bigger heart than most people, so.
Well, my last bit of entertainment news, it seems the rappers were the theme this week. I don't know if you had heard about the baby.
Yeah, the baby was dead wrong for the way he was treating that girl. Dead wrong.
Yeah,
Dead.
Danny Lee. So with the baby situation, he is reportedly was dating Danny Lee, but in this video where he decided to go live, which was he went live the night before the incident, right? So
Mhm.
he went live the night before while she was feeding the baby. The baby is 3 months, her child. The baby, right? So her child, she was feeding her child, and he went live and he was telling her that like, I guess he had said she had needed to leave, and she just was like, whatever, and she just kept feeding baby. And shortly after that, then she got on live and explained why he had said that to her, which was basically that she cooked, she was laying down, and all of a sudden he said she needed to leave, and she was like, no. Then the next
Mhm.
day he got on live and decided to say, she needs to go, telling his assistant, like, y'all need to call them people, talking about, the police, call them people. I guess they were reportedly in Charlotte at one of the places where he stayed. And she then came on live to kind of like defend herself and what was going on and why are you on live. And he
Mhm.
decided to let her know that he felt like she was never his girl. She was a side piece. After that
Mm.
situation, Chad, mm, mm, you already know a woman, she done just had a baby. Okay. And he literally was like, yes, on live. She was never my girl. She was a side piece. She was standing right here. She came and she said, what? Girl. So shortly after they got off live, there were reports of an assault. She assaulted him, is what the reports are claiming, that she assaulted him. I wish I had some furrows, child. But anyway, so she assaulted him and then left. And then the part that gets crazier at this point, I'm like, is it for publicity? But she goes into her phone, baby, and releases all the videos, all the audios, everything for the past year that they have been talking, dates and everything. Now it's almost every day that they were like together, right?
Mhm.
And then after she leaves, the brother of Danny Lee gets on and challenges the baby to a fight. Challenge him to a fight. Like, do you know that man is a murderer, sweetie? Like in real life, he carries guns, sweetie.
I wish the young girls quit going out here and try to use their coochie to be their cash cow. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
You're right. But I forgot about this part. This is the important part. So if you've been on TikTok lately, they have on TikTok, which is outrageous to me, a ton of uh love spells. Now, if you anything like me, I don't play around with that because I truly believe in all of that stuff like that. People putting these showing people who are not familiar with how to do this, it's absolutely crazy. Like
You
they're
call
showing
it
these young
fruit
people.
and here, girl.
Yes, they are doing the love spells. Well, we ain't gonna give them all to dirt. But anyway, they giving the love spells, putting them on these people they don't even know. So then Mimi, baby mama number one of the baby, gets on and says, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm just gonna say you can't be putting these love spells on everybody and think that it's gonna work out, which is 100% the fact. You do
Mm,
a love spell on somebody, you don't know their mental and you don't know how it's gonna work out. That
mhm.
love can turn into obsession and it can also turn deadly.
That's them soul ties.
Ooh,
Them
child.
demons, child.
Ooh, child. I know. Look,
Mm-mm.
I don't believe in no type of love spells. And so, look, I say now, if you believe in it, whatever you believe. But me personally, I I often make sure that I ask for my soul ties to be released because you ain't about to put no love spell on me.
Back in the day, I'm gonna
I
tell
wake
you.
up asking for my soul ties to be released
Back in the day, I'm gonna tell
and
you
blood
what
ties.
girls used to do. Cut the guy something and put some of that menstrual period
Like,
in it. Huh?
why you gonna tell the people how to do it? Don't tell them how to do it. We try to prevent that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Let's get
But
more
that's
information.
how they used to do back in the day.
I don't even know because I believe that how we've talked about the succubus that was in my son's life or whatever. I fully believe she has done something, but don't you worry because Mama is fully familiar with things
Baby,
and is
you
taking
need me to
care of
send you
things.
some healing oil. Yeah, I send you some healing oil and a little holy water to spritz them
Baby,
down. So
I'm
yeah,
removing all roots, baby. Removing all roots. Mama got it. Removing all roots over here. So some may not be familiar, but I said this little thing is too weird. This is too weird or whatever. This screams of.
mm,
And now that I've watched how much information they give it on TikTok, I'm like, this little girl probably went on TikTok and put a little spell on it, baby. Let me call somebody might get
it's
this thing
like
removed.
it's so sad to see, a lot of these girls who feel like that's their goal in life is to be somebody's wife, to be get with somebody and hit the jackpot instead of working yourself to be the jackpot. And if you get somebody with a jackpot, it's gonna be an addition to what you already got.
Speaking of, and since you said that, have you seen the reel that's going around about Sierra's prayer?
Mm-hmm.
Child, I was like, Lordy.
They've been
Now,
asking Sarah for that prayer for years, honey, and she finally dropped it. But people got to realize that no relationship is perfect. People can look on the outside of my relationship and feel like I got it made because I get anything I want. I could tell my husband right now to get up and go and get me something from the store. He'll get just right up and go do it. Like everybody feel like I gotta show him life. But he do stuff to get on my nerves the same way I do stuff to get on his nerve. Ain't no relationship perfect, y'all. Stop looking to these celebrity relationships and saying couple goals because you make your
you don't
own
know
couple
what's going on.
goals. Make your own couples goal.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. And celebrity couples in trouble. Hold up, baby. Hold up. Zach Stacy. You familiar with what I'm talking about? Zach Stacy, baby.
I
You see
don't
that
know.
video?
Mm-mm. Oh, you talking about when he beat that girl? Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Slammed her against the thing and the TV fell on her and all that or whatever. So what was who did he used to play for? He's an ex NFLer though. I think he was last uh playing around 2015 to 2017 ish or whatever. But he apparently went to go see, and girl, that's the thing you got to watch out for too. He claimed that he was going to see his child, who was an infant, who was actually sitting in the on
Mm.
the couch when he
Like you
then
ain't have no regard for that infant when you were throwing the mama around and she could have landed on the infant.
he kept
Man,
he clearly didn't care. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
But to be as big as you are, ex NFL and all that other stuff, and you are tossing her like a rag around this house, like just from boom, from one place to the other, and then to still like try to go after her, pick her up and then slam her again, and then eventually walk out. My thing was, I wonder what that recording was going for. Like, was she ready and familiar with this situation? Because she seemed
It
like this
was
is something she's
that
been
wasn't
through
the first
before.
time. That wasn't
Right.
the first time. And My husband was like, "How did she get a recording of it like that?" I said, "Just like we got ADT cameras in this house.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she got it off of. She probably had like Google cameras, Nest cameras in the house."
Trying to tell you, she said, I know this man's got to act up. Because I think in her statement, she said that as he walked out the door, he said, I love you.
I'm gonna tell you, he wouldn't have got out the house walking anyway.
He gonna get out mine. Let me tell you why. I'm with her. Because I want you to do this time, sir. I want you to do that time. You ain't gonna
He
put your hands on me.
he
You
would have
go
did
to
time all right with the daisies. He been doing
She didn't
time.
need to put her hand, but here's the thing though. She didn't need to put her hands on him. She knew she had that camera. She knew the gold she just got. You get what I'm saying? What that? What's that? What's
That's what he would have got from me.
that? Look, she knew she got that gold in that camera. You know what I'm saying? And so with that gold, she did what she needed to do. And you know what's gonna happen is for many a years he gonna be upset. However, somebody like that, he gonna be upset for many a years. Think about how he can get back at her, honestly. So I don't know what she
Girl,
gonna do about that.
go get you a gun, child. Go get you a gun. Get you a concealed carry permit.
I'm trying to
Okay.
get, I need to
Listen to
get me one.
Aunt Niecy now. When I tell you this, that boy gonna kill you. Get you a gun.
When he look, well, you know he has so his bail for the ex NFL player is $10,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe everybody done seen that video be
He
released.
told they went down there to jail and they were asking for autographs and all kind of stuff, child. Like, will
Look,
you
they done
sign this
gave
football for me?
somebody probably done came up with a GoFundMe for him and everything already. Look. So tell her again. Tell her again what she need to do, Aunt Niecy, when you when these situations. You don't went to the police. You don't put the recording out. What she need to do? What should she do?
If he come back, try to toss me one more time. And I mean that. I look, go get you a gun, girl. Go get you a gun. Ain't nobody gonna put their hands on me, toss me across the room, and think you gonna walk out my house.
On God though. On God. See, but she knew the camera was there. That's all I was gonna say about that. She knew the camera was there, but on God though, like not in no regular situation on life. Like, yeah, you can't just toss me around. I don't know. Maybe she just I don't know. I mean, he a big man though. I don't know how much Stacy weigh. How
That's
much
what
Stacy
I'm
weigh?
talking about,
Huh? How much Stacy weigh?
girl. As much stuff as I got in here in this room,
Baby, he's 5'8",
girl,
he's 224 pounds. He's only 5'8". That's a big, solid man.
tossing her around like she
Look,
was a little Barbie doll.
but don't get these little girls in trouble out here. These little girls who, because you know, legit, it be people who grow up and think I can take this, I can handle this man, I can hit him. Da, da, da. He 224 pounds of solid NFL muscle, baby. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a
And
G in real life. I'm
probably
not.
got some concussion stuff.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm a G in real life, and I ain't gonna put my motherfucking hands on that man. Not no 224-pound solid muscle NFL man.
I ain't
I'm
say
gonna
put
do
no
what she
hand.
did. I'm gonna do a recording, and I'm gonna let him walk out, and I'm gonna have him get arrested. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Oh, I
I'm
ain't got
not
my
gonna
baby right
challenge.
here.
I'm not gonna challenge nothing. I'm gonna be just like her, and I'm gonna be in a corner, and I'm gonna be like, oh, just like her. I'm gonna be in a corner.
He's gonna be running behind me while I'm going to my room. I usually have it over here while they've been working on my house, but I take it back to my bedside. I've been running to my room and like you come up to me if you want to. You think I'm playing?
I say this then. So the
Run up
disclaimer
on
for
me. I'm
so
sorry. It's
so
gonna be
disclaimer,
slow
right?
sitting, flower bringing.
So I'll say for anybody who has ever been in any sort of domestic type situations, it does not always work out that smoothly. And if you know your partner, you might not be able to make it to that bedroom, okay? And they might also know that you have a gun in that bedroom. So me personally, I think she did the right thing with that recording. And that's my thing. I think she did the right thing with that recording. She, obviously she made it out the situation. And truly, truly that's the goal. Cause he did go on short and get that going about that baby. That's my opinion. He there to see the
And with
baby.
me knowing I had a little baby in the house, I'll make sure the bullets in the gun were hollow point bullets. So therefore, it would travel all around his body, but stay in his body. So therefore, it wouldn't hit my child. But he could have killed that girl. She
Hmm.
hit the TV. She hit the edge of the table.
And he
Now
picked her up after the
that's a
TV fell on
legit
her. He
self
picked her up and
defense.
he slammed her.
That is a self defense right there. Like the way he was throwing her around.
Yes.
Get you a gun, baby.
Agreed.
Period.
Agreed. And learn how to use it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Gun safety is real big for me. Like, I saw somebody that was on their Instagram, and they were waving their gun around, had a hand on the trigger. I was like, "Ooh, that is not what you're supposed to do. Load it or unload it. You do not wave a gun, and you do not put your finger on it unless you're getting ready to use it.
People be holding these guns for clout, baby, for holding them for clout. And
Do
don't be
not
ever be
hold a
doing
gun with your hand on the trigger, unless you're gonna shoot it. That's gun safety 101, people. And going back to something Monique had told me, if you can't take a gun apart and clean it safely, then you shouldn't be owning that gun. Okay.
Agreed. All right.
So
So entertainment, we done did it. We done talked about it. We rounding things up. Let's go ahead and get into our what? You got something else?
so one more thing, real quick. My show is coming back on, y'all. I'm super excited about
My
that.
show is currently on Insecure. Oh my
Claus is coming back December 19th with
god.
Niecy Nash.
Hmm.
So
She's funny.
that's coming back, y'all. I really like that show a lot. I'm interested to see how this season is gonna go.
Hmm.
Um, so make sure y'all check out Claus with Niecy Nash. I'm thinking this might be the last season, but we will see, y'all. We will see. I love me some Claus.
I like that. So I just barely kind of got into it, but I definitely will be watching it this season coming up. Um, with the shows thing, like you said, before we get into the stocks or whatever, I want to give a shout out to my little cousin. He is on the remake of the Gilmore Girls. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Gossip Girls.
Oh, okay, little cousin.
He's on the remake of Gossip Girls, so go check that out. I believe it's going to be on HBO now. And so Marcus Brandon, love you.
Oh,
Um, who he may you might see him a couple videos because he may or may not be visiting me in Mexico for the birthday. We will see. He's got quite the busy schedule, so we will see. But as of yet, I will be solo in Mexico. Don't worry, because we will still do this live.
and I'm
Oh,
mad because I ain't got my passport.
you better get it, girl, so we can travel. And who's our traveling friend? I forgot, because we have to hit her up because we about to go some places. But we will reach out to her soon.
Keisha, I need to hit her up because we can still
Hmm.
go to St. Time this next month.
Oh yes, I'm ready. I'm gonna go someplace every month, girl, if I can. I'm empty nesting. You empty nesting. Let's empty nest in another country with a tequila on the beach. Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Girl,
So before we get to start
I
time,
love my emptiness because my niece came up here yesterday. She was like, Auntie, you become so bougie. I said, yeah, because I ain't got no kids spending all my money.
I've
I can
been
spend my
bougie.
money on myself now.
I've been
So
bougie since
yes,
birth,
I'm
and I'm gonna
bougie.
be bougie. I've been bougie. I'm gonna be bougie, and I don't see nothing wrong with being bougie. Okay, because if I want to spend my money the way I want to spend my money, that's on me. I'm gonna be bougie. Anyway, all right. So before we get into stocks, real quick, okay. So we didn't cover or whatever, but the ginger ales, and so here's our new Christmas packages. They are
Hey,
here.
y'all get
So
you that ginger ale, y'all. I'm for
get your
real.
gift.
I'm not saying this just because I love me some Tink. That ginger ale is the bomb, y'all. I got me some right here, and I hate to use it on my braids because I don't want my hair to grow too fast. But this kind of hair that they use for braiding hair is I'm really not. My scalp don't like it at all. So I put some of this ginger ale on it and it calmed it down. So I be using that ginger ale for everything, chat. Love it.
Um, So yeah, the Christmas packages are here. So if you are getting a gift when you order, make sure that you say gift and you will get the Christmas package. It's no extra charge. You just get it just because you said it's a gift. If not, you get the standard packages. But also just real quick, every Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm answering questions on my live on my Facebook page because I realize people really love to ask questions in the inbox. There are hundreds of you asking questions. I cannot answer questions and look at pictures and all those things in the inbox all day. So I
Mhm.
am willing to go on live for an hour every Saturday at 1 p.m. and answer any question. And that means if you're asking me a question, don't just be in a chat. You're going to have to request to come on the live. So be camera ready, request to come on the live and ask your question so that everybody can hear your question and it's not just me reading it. Saturdays at 1 on my Facebook page. All right. So let's get into them stocks. You said that there was something that you did that you don't normally do. What is that?
Vicky Secrets, baby. I dropped a ton in Victoria's Secrets, honey. I dropped a ton of money in it, honey. I was
Did
pumping it, dropping it, popping it, dropping it. But Victoria's Secret did the thing for me.
you
This
did it?
mm,
Okay. Victoria's Secret did that thing?
they did that thing, baby.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to
know.
look it
Look, that their profit report came in, and I started seeing that little uptick. I said,
Uh-huh.
let me drop a little ball down and see. I said, 'cause I could just take it right back out.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't do anything, honey, it shot up. I said,
It looked like, yeah, it shot up
everything,
about 5%. And in 1 week, well, towards the end of the week, from the 18th or whatever, it shot up for
baby.
5%.
And I got all the percentage.
Ah! Did you take it out?
And did Friday.
Oh, money on cash? Hey, that's what I'm talking
That's why I
about.
said, let's go to St. Thomas because Vicky Secret paid for
You think you ready? Vicky, look, Vicky's secret is she pays for your vacation.
it. I saw that little uptick and I saw that earnings report. I said, wait a minute.
Hmm. Girl,
It's getting ready
so
to shoot up. Honey, I
I
dropped a
have
little
to,
bit on that.
girl, if Vicky's secrets, I'm gonna have to try to invest in that. Let me see what she's working with next week because I'm trying to get me a little bit of change. So
Mm,
I got a couple little things that we got a new semester coming up or whatever for the tuition for the boy for the
mm,
youngest. So that's a whole new focus on these stocks or whatever. And so with that said, a little birdie told me, smartest little birdie I've ever known, but little birdie told me the other day about this stock called Lucid and how this Lucid stock within, let me just make sure before I even say it, this Lucid stock within the course of a couple of months went up like 50%.
mm-hmm.
So this week alone, it went up 17%. This
Wow.
Lucid stock. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about risking it all.
I hurried up and took my money out of Tesla because they were doing
I
some crazy
know,
stuff.
yeah, Tesla. Tesla was good. But it was up and down this week. I felt like it
Right,
was really up and down.
right,
But
right.
it did do good things though, because in the end, the total for the week was 3%. Well,
Mm-hmm.
almost 4%. So I mean, it still did good things, but there were some times where there were a couple of dips. But for the most part, Tesla is still rocking though.
Yeah.
Tesla's still rocking.
Yeah.
It's still gonna bring you some change. It's still gonna bring you some money for sure.
So what I did was I kind of robbed from Peter to give to Paul,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I took it out of Tesla, threw it over there in Vicky's Secrets, got my
Mhm.
money over there. Then, coming up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna put some money on.
Same. I'm telling you, this lucid stock. I'm feeling like I'm gonna risk it all. I think I'm gonna go big on this lucid stock on Monday.
I'm gonna
We're gonna
look
see. We're
that up.
gonna see what Monday looking like. We're gonna see if how it feels at the 9:30 bell. You know what I'm saying? If the bell gives
Mm.
me up, I might risk it all.
Cause
I
honey,
might.
I was looking at my phone so closely. With my husband, like, I ain't never known you to answer the phone every time I call. Cause usually my phone be somewhere here, cause I don't know where it's at, cause I don't talk on the phone like that. But baby, every time he called, I was like, "Hello," cause I was looking at my looking at my stars. So yeah,
Wow. And ain't that how you make the money though? People be like, I don't
that's
have time to
how
look at my stocks all day.
I got time. I
Right?
got
To make the
time.
money? Yeah,
Yes. I was
right.
sitting there in my bathroom like this. I had paint all over my phone. I had to clean it. Cause I had to look see what it was doing all day. So yeah.
I got time to look at the stocks too, because you know what? Because at the end of the day, if you looking at it, they making money. You ain't looking at them, they ain't doing too good. But this lucid stock or whatever, the lucid stock actually, the person who told me about it, they said, I didn't looked at it since I got it, because since they got it, it's went up 200%. I
Whoa.
said, oh my goodness, how dare you not share this stock with me? He like,
Wow.
I shared it with you, but you was over there screaming Tesla.
You were screaming Moderna for a while.
I was screaming Moderna. Moderna did me right though. Moderna paid for that school, and I was done, and I'm done with Moderna. And then Tesla was doing me right, so I've been in Tesla. And now I'm screaming Lucid. Have I been wrong about any of them?
Nope.
Now I'm
So
screaming Lucid.
at the end of the week, Vicky started going down. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just left a few dollars in them once I made my money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, In Phase Energy is another stock that I had that went up 5% over the week last week. Um okay, so Tesla they recovered at the end of the week, so I might put some more money back in there with them.
Yeah,
Um
they was ripping and rolling. They had a little bit, a tiny fall, but they was ripping and roll for the most part. All paths seem to be going up.
People keep telling me to look out for this Hasbro Mattel stock, but I haven't seen not a whole percent yet with them. You remember I was
Yeah,
telling you about Veritone. Veritone was up 4% at the end of the week.
I look.
Moderna is recovering. Moderna recovered and up almost 5%. And then In Phase Energy, I think I just said that one. Silvergate Capital is another one that I was kind of moving my money in and out. And
Mhm.
Definitive Healthcare, they were up 5%. But
Well, as far as the Mattel one, like it looked to be going down. Like I don't know what that's about. Why anybody is talking about that? But that's not one for me. I mean,
Hasbro
'cause
is
I'm
up. It's not even up a full percentage point. So
oh Hasbro and Mattel, two different
uh,
stocks.
yeah, they're two
Oh,
different
okay.
stuff.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because Mattel one is down. But Moderna or whatever, I feel like Moderna is that stock that you have to look out for, because when
Mm-hmm.
I get to the point where it's like 5 going towards 10, I'm like, I'm taking out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna leave around and play with it, because Moderna be riding the wave. Another
Mm-hmm.
one though that that I used to love, and I'm sticking with my stocks that I used to love, because they're doing me right, and they've been doing me right, right? So another one that I love that actually is down today, but for the past week there was a little up in the beginning, and that's when I took it. But that's that watching the stock, right? And then taking out. So in the beginning of the week it was up, and that's Peloton. The Peloton stock was up, but it looks like towards the later end of the week it took it out. I was already out. And one particular day, I believe it went up like 11% in one day.
Okay, okay.
And that's the day I was in it. That's the day I was in it. So yeah, watch the days and watch your stock. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't got time, you got 15 minutes, go sit in the bathroom, put it in some stock and see what happens, and then pull that out when you leave the bathroom. You know? Play with that stock a little bit, right?
Oh, oh. My dog just scared the mess out of me.
Black people, you cannot look off and not say nothing. And I'm mhm. Got everybody scared.
He came brushing on my leg, and I'm like,
Mm.
he don't come in here. He don't come in here this time of night. So that's why I wasn't expecting him.
He
But
said
yeah,
he wanted to come
y'all, every week at the end of our lives, no matter who we have on, we try to go over stocks. We didn't tell you about the investment tool. The investment tool that I use the most is Cash App and Robinhood. It's
Those
very
are the
easy.
best.
It's very easy to use. Like whenever Tink first was telling me, I was like, girl, I be paying somebody else to invest my money. But whenever I started playing with it, learning the trends, I also be on Clubhouse. Clubhouse be dropping gems, and watch the news. And if they start talking
There
about
are
this
groups.
in a negative way, you need to run over there and check it. Like Tesla, it had a crash,
Mhm.
and it went deep. So make sure you check the news, and on Cash App, if it moves more than 5%, they're gonna automatically send you a notification. So turn
And
your
that's why you
notifications
invest.
on. Mm-hmm.
That's why you invest with Cash App, because you want to see those notifications. They will notify you right away, like, boom, this stock is down. Whatever the stocks that you're interested in that are in your group, it'll be like, this stock is down, even if you're not in that stock at that moment. So, for example, if you happen to be in a or saving or looking at a Crocs stock, like Crocs the shoes, and you're looking at the stock and it's part of the list that you're just looking at, it'll send you something and say, oh, Crocs are up 5%. Now you know, oh, I done missed out on that for a morning. Let me go back in and invest some money real quick. So,
Right.
yeah. But as far as get to know what tools are best for you, because they may not be best for you. But I personally like, Niecy said Cash App and Robinhood. Those are the two tools that I use. There have been issues with other people with Robinhood, especially when there was the whole GameStop situation. But for me, I feel like it's fine for me, as long as you follow the rules. And with that said, Robinhood is very, very strict on day trading. So day trading is you cannot do more than 4 trades in a day. So
Mm-hmm.
in order to be like Niecy and I are doing some light day trading, you don't want to invest in more than 4 stocks in a day, because you won't be able to pull out of each one of those stocks. So
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend, if you're investing and trying to do some light day trading, and light day trading is like, oh, I'm just going to watch a stock go up or go down and pull out of it, right? I would do, how
Mm-hmm.
many do you do, Niecy? Because I usually do just like 1 or 2. Two. I
I do
usually do 2.
you
Yeah.
know, um, it depends on what the stuff I'm interested in is doing,
Yeah.
but I try to keep it, because they'll give you that little warning. You can only
Mm,
do 3 more day trades by
right.
such time. And I be like, and I got those 3. So if my money
Mm,
shoots, I'm taking my money out.
yes.
Okay.
I have
So I
had
ain't
Robinhood play games with me before, though.
$5 now. Now my stock make a 500. We day trading, okay? Because I'm gonna take
We
my
day
money
trading over here.
out.
We day trading over here. On Niecy and Tink, we no wait, we light day trading over here. That's what we doing, okay? Because that long haul stock, I can't really help you with. I don't really know that much about it, because we over here. This is what we doing.
Yeah,
Trying to get these
we
points today.
like to push all in,
Mm-hmm.
but take it out real quick.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, indeed. And
And
so
that's
that's what
what
I'm gonna
I
do on Monday with the lucid stock. I'm gonna go real hard with the lucid stock on Monday if it comes about. So and if you get that if you get the apps, just remember that the stock market opens Eastern Standard Time at 9:30 a.m. I personally have set myself a reminder on my Alexa that lets me know at 9:25 so that I can go on and start looking and seeing what I'm interested in for the day and putting my money in.
Mhm.
Additionally, stock market closes at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, but realistically 4 o'clock, you want to make sure that you have your money out if you want to have it out for the day by 4 o'clock.
That's what I
So
do. Round, I got an alarm on my phone for 3:30, so I
mm-hmm.
won't forget, so I can look and see if I want to snatch some of my money out.
Yeah.
Um.
For first thing in the
Oh.
morning, the reason you get on at 9:30 is because that's when the stocks start either shooting up or shooting down. So bare minimum, you're gonna get a percentage or two on something if you're there at 9:30 in the morning. And you just want a quick, like, a couple dollars or something.
Before we go, y'all, I got one more thing to tell y'all.
What it be, Niecy? What it be?
I'm gonna share my screen. Y'all know I love me some purity of sage, and I am going over there. She has already started her Black Friday sale and marked her website 40% off. Okay. And I'm going to get my soap before y'all go in there and get it all. I love her tea tree soap. So I'm gonna go in there and get my stuff before y'all go buy it all. But her bath bombs and soaps are the bomb. Candles, I got several over there on my display. Um, Everything that I've ever gotten from Purity of Sage, I love. So y'all go over there and support her. You can't beat 40% off their entire website. There is no code. You don't need a code. Just go over there and shop, baby, and get your 40% off for Black Friday.
So
Get,
it's on Black Friday or it starts today?
it's already started, and I'm getting ready to go over
Mhm.
there and get my stuff. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do have stocks that I have let money just ride and stay. Another good thing on Cash App, they got like analysts, and when you scroll all the way down to the bottom of that particular stock,
Okay,
they
I
will kind
love
of
that.
tell you whether to buy, hold, sell. You can kind of
A
go by that a little.
recommendation for whether or not you should hold or buy or sell. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you got those stocks that is gonna, earn you 1, 2, 3%,
Hmm.
and not potentially go down too much as the ones that you just let your money ride in. Um,
Yeah, collect a little
which
change for the day. It's still going to be more than the percentage in your checking account or savings
mhm,
account. You know what I'm saying? So why not,
mhm,
right?
right. So yeah, yes, ma'am. And if you want us to do a more in-depth live one day and just kind of show how we be doing our stocks, I'm sure Tink would mind. Just talking
You
about
know, I don't
stock
mind. You know, I
and
love the stocks because it's just one of those things that, like, I think this is the epitome of making money while you're asleep, right? Is the stocks.
mhm,
And everything is not going to be a winner, but I'm going to tell you this, though. This thing has given me more money than lotto scratch offs and anything else ever has. That's for sure. I don't know
mhm,
about
mhm.
you, but
'Cause honey, I was good for going to buy me 5 scratch offs. I said, I'm putting them for $20. I said, I'm putting that $100 on this and knowing I'm gonna
hmm
get a percentage off of it. Okay. Um,
and how you
so
feeling about that now?
honey, I'm feeling real good about it. I'm so glad you convinced me to start trying to play around with it because it's been very good. Um, you
I
know,
believe that.
it's remodeled my bathroom. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
So yes,
Indeed.
yes.
So as we discussed, like the purpose and the whole purpose of ever even mentioning the stock is because of the platform that we have and the fact that there needs to be different avenues and ways for us to be able to get money. And one of the things that we as Black women, and Black people as a whole have not typically been in is the stock market. That is usually like a white man's area, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2021. You know what I mean? It's time for us to play in all arenas and be
Mm.
successful in all arenas. And we need to stop saying like, "Oh, we don't know. I don't know about the stock market." You remember? Because I said the same thing that you said. Same thing you said to me. I said to somebody else, like, "I don't really know about the stock market. I'll just pay somebody else and they'll put some money in it or whatever," not
Mhm.
knowing how easy it really was. And I could do
Babe,
whatever I want with my money.
I feel real bad that I didn't invest in Bitcoin whenever it was $5
I
and $10.
I
I
feel
could
bad
get
I didn't.
it because several people told me, and I'm like, cryptocurrency, that sounds like monopoly money. You
Okay,
know
and now
what I mean?
you look.
And now,
I
like
know.
a Bitcoin is worth like $60,000.
Trying to look. And so, had we stopped saying that thing where the thing of, I don't know about it and somebody could do it and that's not my thing and da da da. Stop
Mhm.
saying that. Get an app, play around with it and see what's going on. Nobody's telling you to put $10,000 in a stock. Put
Right,
$5 in a stock. You know what I
right.
mean?
You
Put
can
$5
put
and see what
$5.
happens.
You don't have to even buy a whole share of a stock.
You
You can buy
don't.
one
So
share of a stock.
So a share of a stock, right? If you're unfamiliar, a share of a stock could be whatever that stock is worth. So say the stock is worth that one share could be worth $300. You can still put $5 in it when you use apps like Cash App and Robinhood. So that it's making it better than it has ever been because this isn't like back in the day where you have to have all the money in order to invest in that stock. Now we can all
Had to
invest.
buy a share.
Hmm?
I said back in the day, yeah, you used to have to have that money for the shares.
Right. And
But
now
now
you can just really put five
you got
dollars in.
the
So
investment.
right, you going to get you a scratch off or whatever, or every time Mega Million gets big or whatever, go ahead and put you some money in this stock. Put you $5 in the stock for the week. Or if you don't want to look at it every day, put you $5 in the stock and see how it work out. And do some real research though. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do the thing because you know how they give you the original stocks where they be like, invest in McDonald's, invest in all the things that you already heard about, right?
Mhm.
Those things that you heard about that they want you to invest in that you know about, like, McDonald's or Wendy's or something like that, they're not going to bring you really a lot of money. They're not going to go
Mhm.
up any sort of like high percentages. It's really like it's just there. And that's more of a long term investment. In order to make the higher percentages like Niecy did, right? She went out and researched and said, Victoria's Secret is making moves. And then she got that 5%. So that's the research. She didn't stay with the pre-recommended stocks. Me, I find out about Lucid or Dutch Bros or something like that. You see something in the news, it's gonna move on that stock. You know what I'm
What
saying?
percentage was?
Huh?
Because it's. I said, let me see what my total percentage was because it did start out at 5%. Um, wait, let me see it.
For the Victoria's Secret stock.
Hmm.
Well, you watch the news and there's different things that come up in the news actually sometimes will let you know. So there have been times where I was investing in Peloton and then I would see something and that happens on a Cash App stock, by the way. Cash App will be like, boom, news alert, a child just fell on the treadmill, on the Peloton treadmill. And then I was like, boom, let me take this money out. Because
Mm.
obviously it's bad publicity for Peloton. So their stock is going to go down, right? But then you have to remember in a couple of days, they're going to be good. So take your money out in a couple of days, buy on what they call the dip, which is when it went all the way down. And then you just go ahead and invest again. And then you ride that wave back up. So yeah, you just got to do your research.
Child, I just read this that Indian police charged Amazon executives in alleged marijuana smuggling case.
What? They do got the best postal service.
Oh my God. I'm coughing like I just took a puff.
I want to know who the manager over there, because I want to know why they picked them. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there. But I'm just saying, why did they pick them? But they do got the best postal service, and they do got their own postal service. I don't know how anybody found out. That's an
Mm.
interesting read. But that'll be for next time. We're gonna
Read
discuss that the next time. But anywho,
um,
so that's it for me
Indian,
for the stop.
they asked me to read that again. This is from Reuters. Indian police charge Amazon executives in an alleged marijuana smuggling case.
That's not
Child.
even so. That's not even in America.
Mm.
It's in India. So
Yeah, it's in India.
yeah. But anywho, so yeah. If they can Google it. So we've been here. We're done with stocks. Anything else?
I think that's it for this week, Miss Tink Bink. Y'all make
Mhm.
sure um I did me a list. I'm gonna start doing it every year of Aunt Niecy's favorite things. So you make sure you check out Fearless Life magazine. Follow Fearless Life magazine on Facebook and Instagram. I'm a contributing writer to Fearless Life magazine. Me and Tink's link tree is down below in the description for people on YouTube. You could click our link trees and it's gonna take you exactly where every place that we're at. Oh, you just order some of Tink products, good, honey. You gonna love them. Just make sure that
Well,
you
thank you
have
for your order.
a routine. Whenever you get her products, make sure you start a every week routine and make sure that you keep the product in your hair. Some people say they don't see results with some things, but they don't actually, have a routine. That's what my hair counts on. I'm interested to see how it's going to react with these braids in my hair. Um, but every Sunday I wash my hair with Tink's products and rub it from root to strand. I mean from root down to the end of my strands with it. And my hair is so full. It took my niece forever to put these braids in my hair.
You know what
Um
I want to address since we're talking about that? Let's talk about, so I addressed this on my live the other day, but it is the light lather and how people are not used to light lather. They want tons of suds.
mm-hmm.
So quickly, the tons of suds is what dries your hair and your scalp out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because our hair is naturally dry anyway. So we need the oils, the natural oils that come with it. So your hair isn't going to feel sudsy. Your hair is going to be clean and it is going to be healthy. But so all lots of natural shampoos, and it depends on the natural shampoo, right, in their makeup. But lots of
Mm-hmm.
natural shampoos have light lather. So just remember, when you get natural shampoos, light lather,
And see,
real ones, not Dove and Pantene natural.
right. Whenever I first did my review on your page, on
Mhm.
your products, that was one of the things I mentioned just because I'm country and we used to a lot of suds being in my hair. And I used your product and I was like, wait a minute, this ain't really sudsing up. But whenever I rinsed my hair out, I could tell that my hair felt and looked real clean. Um and I was very surprised, and that got me. But then that ginger ale oil, baby,
It's so
honey.
funny.
Look, honey, I found this little bit of oil up under my table because they had rolled up under there. I felt like I had found $100 bill, girl. I love
Oh,
this
it's
ginger
so
ale
funny.
oil so much, y'all. And y'all think I just be talking, but this stuff has got my hair so healthy and thick.
Girl.
Oh
One time
Lord.
today, I feel like I don't know. I looked at my hair and I recently, because I washed it, and I was like, oh, I feel like when I was a kid or something. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
you be seeing this hair in all the stages. So
Mhm.
It's fine. And I always tell people, go back and look at the videos on my Facebook page of when I very first started in business. That was when I was very first started using the product and cutting my hair and stuff. Well, using it regularly because I did not make shampoos and conditioners until my customers asked me to. So at first it was just the oils, but once I started adding the whole routine, changed everything.
And see, that's the problem, Kathy. We be trying to, make sure that that hair is stripped where we don't need to strip out all the oils in our hair. It's more, cleansing the scalp and removing the dead skin from your scalp. It's like I've learned a lot
I
since
missed it. What was the comment? I missed it.
it said it's the scalp we need to clean out.
Right,
I
exactly. The scalp.
mhm. And yeah, that's one thing that I had to learn, like that,
Hmm.
all this is just stripping the hair and making it more weak and brittle. So yeah,
Indeed.
I've done a lot of research since I've been doing product reviews and stuff like that. And honey, I'm telling you, Tink Products is the real deal. Like I told her at first, I was like, "Girl, I am not finna review another hair product." Like,
I just
uh,
knew she was determined to hate it before she even tried it, child. But I was like, I
I
don't
was
care.
like, "Girl, do you know how many hair products I got sitting around this
You said
house
that. I was
right
like, yeah.
now that
You're like,
people don't?"
everybody does a hair product.
But I will say her product is the bomb, y'all. I love that ginger ale oil. It's like I got it by my bedside. I got some in here. I was just rubbing some on my scalp last night. I was like, "Oh Lord, it's gonna make my braids grow out too quick," but I got to have some in here. So
I had
yeah.
somebody actually, I would make, I'd be honest with my customers and on my lives and all the other stuff, but I might have made a mistake the other day. I said, at the end of the day, I love, you know, I love my products. I use it all the time. Be weary and figure out people who do not use their own product because those are not people you should use their product. Or people where you look at videos or old videos and they still have the same hair length and ain't nothing changed, texture, volume, nothing.
Or them ones who be putting on those 360 lace weaves and trying to act like it's their hair.
Like you don't never see the natural. And when you do, you be like, that looks normal, like, or that looks short or something, like, or, you know what I mean? So be wary of those types of things. And but for me, it's all I use. I mean, seriously, and I didn't ever think I would say that. It's my own product, and you still sometimes don't think that. You know what I mean? You just don't know. But
I just told you that we're gonna fight now. You may win, but we're gonna fight if you change that recipe for this ginger ale oil.
oh, I thought you talking customer. I was like, who what? I'm not gonna. No, I'm never gonna change. It took me months to come up with that ginger ale recipe. So for me, that's the thing too. I don't come up with a recipe just because it smells good. You know what I mean? Like I know people want it to smell good, but it also has to work for me. And so,
Mhm.
with that said, one of the things that's coming up for Christmas, and Christmas is December is coming up December 1st. One of the things that we're going to do for the month of December is we have a seasonal product. And so, I'll have seasonal products for once in a while. And this seasonal product, do you want to tell the people what it's called?
Aunt Niecy.
Aunt Niecy, citrusy smell, Aunt Niecy. So, but it's going to be a citrusy smell, but also, again, it's not just about the smell; it's about the growth as well. So,
Mhm.
yeah, Niecy will get her first sample Tuesday. I'll send it off. Tuesday, I will send off your samples, and then yeah, we'll decide. And so we should have everything ready by the first for everybody to be able to get your travel sizes and also get the larger bottles too if they want of the Aunt Niecy. And it's seasonal, so it's really just going to be for the month of. Are we just doing December?
Let's do December, January.
Okay, so just for December, January, so just for those 2 months is what we're gonna do, and then yeah, that is gonna be it.
Somebody asked me for the link to Purity of Sage. If you click my link tree, I have the site. I have the link for Tink's company and for Purity of Sage in my link tree also. Tink and Niecy question: does you have a spray with rose water and a oil? Um, I have lots also. You remember I
Yeah.
spoke about that rose oil.
So I
Um,
do actually, and I still remember that one I keep telling you about,
okay,
Perlene,
okay,
and I still haven't put it on the market yet, but I've had this Perlene one. But yeah, this one is the rose water solution. So
okay.
yes, I do. But ginger ale, also, a lot of my customers who have locks also use ginger ale. So ginger ale is a good solution for locks. There is a pH balance mist. So I had customers who were saying, at times their locks would start to smell stale, or it picks up the smells that are around, right? So that pH balance filtered water ginger ale mist is a good one to spray on your hair, whatever, to revive that. And then also, my customers use the ginger ale shampoo and not the conditioner. I don't know why I don't have locks, but they said that all they needed was the shampoo. And maybe because it's not so drying, and maybe that's why they only need it. So,
Mhm.
anyway, well,
But yes, y'all, I love those products. I'm gonna post my all the companies that I chose for Aunt Niecy favorite things. Yes, I knocked off of Oprah. I'm gonna post all those companies over in the community tab on Marcella's page also and here. Well, we don't have a community page yet, but over on Marcella. Y'all can see what I chose and very top notch. I'm very particular, so anything that's on my list is the bomb. And we are gonna go like we missed the
Yeah,
reunion, but I got it recording, so
me
I guess
too. Wait, watch it.
I
This
no,
I gotta see. I'd be coming up with so many different little solutions and stuff like that. Girl, got this hair mask that I need to go ahead and put on the site. Got this Perlene. We got the Restore mask, and these are my customers ask. Like, I gotta put this stuff out on the site.
yeah, go on upload it, child, because you know whatever got ginger ale on it gonna sell out.
Hey, look, people before I even put this on it, they were like, "I want it. I want the mask." And I was like, "Oh
Mm,
my god!" But the hair mask, I like it because it's just add water. It kind of reminds me of like oatmeal or something. Like just add water and then apply.
mm-hmm.
And so
I
then
need
that way, the
I
reason
need
why I like
I need
that is
one of
because you don't
those
have to
to
put it in the
try.
fridge.
I need one of those to try.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. You don't have to put it in the fridge. That's the part I like about that.
Okay. Because I be using Monique's spray, and she recommends that you keep her spray in the refrigerator. So I bought, my niece bought me a Frigidaire little refrigerator for makeup
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
I have one too.
But that one stopped, so I had to buy another one. So I got another one from Amazon. If you go
Hmm.
to my link tree, go to my Amazon, and I got all of that listed in my Amazon store also. So we're gonna go ahead and go so we can
Watch
get
this
back to
reunion.
watch the reunion and see what's going on, honey. And hopefully Destiny will be able to reschedule soon, and I'll let you know as soon as that happen. Next week we got a tax service coming on, the beginning of the year getting ready to
A
come.
what?
A tax service. Somebody who
Oh, girl, I
does
thought you said taxidermy.
oh no.
Right. I
Uh-uh.
was like, what is
Oh, we ain't
happening?
stuffing Bambi. Let's not
Right. I
stuff
was like,
Bambi.
girl, I was
Yeah, I
so confused.
tax service. She's
Hmm.
gonna be on next week, and I'm gonna go ahead and post all her information and stuff like that. So y'all make sure y'all come back over here to Aunt Niecy and Tink and subscribe over here. Also, I know it's streaming in a lot of different places, but make sure you hit the subscribe button over here so we can go ahead and get our watch hours and get monetized. I don't promote this page as much as I should, but subscribe over here also, y'all. And we love y'all. Anything else, Tink?
No, I think this was good. I like that we did their entertainment. So,
All righty. All righty.
and entertainment stocks. Anyway, all right.
Very good night. I thank you guys for sticking in there with us, even though the live wasn't what we thought it was going to be, but it still ended up
We
being a
can't
good.
control that, but we try to give you the best we could do with what
Yeah,
we
at
have.
the last minute.
Mm.
Okay, y'all. Well, I'm gonna see y'all next week on Niecy out.